Hi guys, it's me, Pooh Bear 253 here, and I'm coming to you guys with an experience video. Basically, I just want to talk to you guys about an experience that I've had with my reborns, and it's like just an experience video. It's not me telling anybody what to do with their reborns. I just am basically sharing what has happened to me, and if you don't want this to happen to you, you could listen to the video and see if you would like to use any of the suggestions that I suggest in this video. As you can see, you see some clothesline here. This is the outfit that Olivia was wearing, and this is the outfit that Yuri was wearing. And no, this isn't a box opening video. This is Yuri and Olivia in this box right here, and they are being sent off to be fixed. First off, Olivia's what was going on with Olivia didn't have anything to do with me. It had to do with her original artist. I adopted her from eBay. I had noticed when I had given my babies a bath, I noticed that Olivia's paint was coming off, and it was just plain water with just barely a teaspoon of little baby wash soap in there. And I've washed other babies before and never had a problem, and I noticed I was barely, wiping her down, and some of her paint was coming off, and her arms and legs were good grief, I'm sorry you guys, mainly her arms were kind of shiny, and after her bath her arms were no longer shiny. So whatever topical coating that was placed on her came off with simple water, and to the touch I could kind of feel kind of a tacky feel to her, whatnot. So that's why I hadn't really been interacting with Olivia that much, because I was afraid of her paint coming off. And so due to that reason, and due to the reason I don't want her to lose all of her paint, she's being sent off to be fixed and touched up. And I also noticed that some of her paint had come off from her ear, and I believe it was already off when I purchased her, and I just did not notice it at first. And so my reborn artist is going to try her very, very best to fix her for me. Okay, and the reason that Yuri's in there, I think due to maybe me handling her too much and taking her out and taking her to the store and just holding her in my hand, some of her paint rubbed off of her toe. And this is coming from somebody I'm very careful with my reborns, and I haven't had any issues with any of my other reborns, but they also haven't been out as much as Yuri has. So I guess that kind of speaks for itself. And what I plan on doing now to prevent this for the future, and like I say, this is just me basically just telling you guys what happened to me, and if you don't want this to happen to you, you may, if these are some of the things that you have done, some of the things that I'm talking about, you may want to rethink it so you don't have to ship your baby off to be fixed and have to pay for them to be fixed, because I have to pay for both of them to be fixed. So it was very devastating taking them apart, because I figured to save on shipping costs. I'm basically just sending the kits, the bodies, and their weight are in the they're bagged and tagged in the closet. I won't show you that because it's just body parts and it's just kind of really sad. But yeah, so some of her paint came off of her toe, and so she's going to also be fixed up in a few more other touch-ups. So what I have learned, and what I've learned is that I do not plan on taking my reborns out in my arms anymore. Maybe from me walking and something rubbing, after a while would rub their paint. From now on, when I take my babies out, they will always be in a car seat, where they're stationary and not rubbing against me or anything else like that. Or if I do take them out, I will make sure that they are wrapped securely in a blanket. And also, I think the reason why Yuri's paint come off of her feet is because, like, when I take her out, I wouldn't have anything on her feet to protect her because of it being summertime. And if you have your reborn dressed in like a shirt, pants, and a jacket and a hat and socks and everything, they'll be like, okay, that baby is gonna burn up. So, and that's basically why I would take her out with just, her feet out and things like that. And so maybe she rubbed up against something, or I mistakenly rubbed her up against something. And I'm very careful with my dolls. And so this is pretty much to say that even if you are very careful and very knowledgeable about reborn dolls, you still could damage them. So don't go through what I'm going through. 2 of my babies are in a box and they're going to be shipped off tomorrow to be fixed. So that was just a little blurb, just basically just letting you guys know about my experience. And I always find it so helpful, whenever you learn something, or you are wiser now because you learned something and learn from your experience. I always think it's really awesome to, share your wisdom with other people, whether they want to take your advice or not, just to put it out there for people that may not know any better, or people that want to know better, but nobody's putting out any videos. So, what I'm going to do is what I said. I'm not going to take my reborns out in my arms anymore. And if I do, I will make sure that their limbs and their hands are covered with socks or mittens or whatnot, and also make sure that their body parts are covered in the blanket. And I also think that due to it being so hot down here in Louisiana during the summer, I don't think it's the best idea to take them out when it's so warm, with the heat set paints, and the heat could, loosen some of their, their matte varnish. It may, or their paint may start to melt and things of that nature. So I am going to learn from this experience and, grow from it and make better choices and be a lot more careful when I take my babies out. So this was just a little tidbit, and just letting you guys know I take full responsibility for what happened to Yuri, but Olivia, she wasn't sealed properly. Her color shouldn't just be coming off like that. So, but when I just wish them a safe journey and a speedy recovery, and I just can't wait to get them back and put them back together and hold them again, because it's just really, really, really sad that now I'm gonna be missing 2 of my girls. So that's it. So I still have Annalie, I have Maya, and I have Alex and Peanut. So you guys just wish them a safe journey, and like I say, and I hope that they can be fixed and whatnot. So yeah, that's basically all I wanted to say. I'm really kind of bummed out about it, but what are you gonna do, So I have a lot of packages to mail. I have Blondie Blossom orders to mail out. So put this on top of here. I'm waiting on one Blondie Blossom order for them to send me their address so I can get their stuff all shipped out. So that was basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and took something from it for, you know, future reference. And have a great night. Bye, guys.